guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Amy, and today, okay, we're actually gonna have to rewind. Make rewind signs. Sounds. So, I had this awesome skit planned out that was kind of like a continuation of one of the other skits I've done, but this week has been a little bit harder than I expected it to be, so skits take longer to edit, and skits take longer to just film, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to do another sit-down video. And so then I was like, oh, I could do a story time. And I was like, oh, that's so boring. Nobody wants to watch story times except for me because I'm a nerd and I like learning about other people's experiences. And then I was like, I know what I'll do. I hardly ever see writers make fun of some of their very first works. And I find it hilarious to read back my works. I am not embarrassed by them at all. I mean, it took that to get me to here where I am now, and I still need improvement, and someday I'll look back on my work at the moment and be like, you meant well. Anyway, so today I had this idea that I was going to go through my first full-length novel that I actually ever wrote. But I started searching through all my papers and documents that I have printed out because I was positive I'd printed it out because I print out everything. And I could not find it. Okay, I've done this introduction like 3 times, so we're going to pretend that I already introduced this and we're just going to get into this. Actually, so now I don't know if I'll put the other things in there, so we might just cut this out, but anyway. Okay, hi editing me. It's nice to see you too. Okay. Hello humans. So, we're going to be reading the very first draft of my, I like to call it my first novel even though it's not. I have this habit of just writing 5 chapters, and then I print that out and then I actually plot. So that's what happened with this book. These are the 5 chapters before I plotted. And we're going to be looking at chapter 3 because the intro is really funny. I love my dialogue back then. Very funny. So, it's about a family of 5 children and 2 adults. Okay. Mommy, what is today? Said Lily early one morning. The last few weeks had passed away uneventfully for the Addams family. Today is the beginning of a new month, dear, said Mrs. Addams, looking up as she heard someone on the stairs. Does that mean we go and remember the dead old folks? Good morning, Reuben. I hope you slept well. We don't even know who wants to go remember the old dead folks. I think it was supposed to be Lily, but I did not put an action beat there, and apparently Miss Addams just totally didn't hear her. Anyway, good morning, Reuben. I hope you slept well, said Mrs. Addams as Reuben walked into the kitchen. Kim and Cassie, they're both spelled with a K, just in case you're wondering. No, they're spelled with a K in the beginning. My sister's back there. No, I had to change this because spell check was giving me anxiety. The little red lines was just giving me anyway. Okay. Kim and Cassie had already gone to help Mr. Addams with the livestock, while Judah hadn't shown himself yet. Good morning. Yes, I did sleep well. I'm afraid I slept so well that it took me a little longer to wake up, Reuben said, scratching his messy blonde hair. He was still dressed in his PJs, and he wore mismatched slippers that were in desperate need of repair. I also like how dramatic this is. Like, who actually talks like that? Anyway. Ahem. I asked if today we remember them dead folks, Lily reiterated her question. Oh, I'm sorry, honey. Yes, we will. We will do that after lunch. Here's your coffee, Reuben, Mrs. Addams said, handing Reuben a steaming cup of black coffee. Thanks, Mom. Reuben sniffed the coffee.
It
Instead
doesn't even take a sip.
And then he goes, yum.
Sniff the I totally know it's good when I sniff it.
Yum.
Yum. And I think this is like yum over black coffee. I like coffee, but black coffee and yum, they don't really go together.
This was during my black coffee phase, and also all my characters did exactly what I would have done in the instance. Like, this is kind of like burning and exposing me. Like, yeah, I
Like,
sniff
just got
coffee.
yum, especially in her sleep deprived mind.
Yeah, I'm like. So he sniffed the coffee and said, "Yum, what's for breakfast?" "Pancakes and fried ham," promptly answered his mother. "Lily, what are you laughing at?" "Okay." "Ryu's hair," giggled Lily. "He looks like a cow just like Tim." Reuben subconsciously, and also the subconsciously is spelled, the consciously is spelled Conceesly. My spelling was on point. Okay. Subconsciously smoothed down his hair. It was stubborn enough to go right back into his former position. Also, I sound like a thesaurus, like, not a thesaurus, but like a dictionary. Did I just read the dictionary for fun? That made Lily laugh all the more. "You look so funny." "Thanks, Lily. I'll remember what makes you laugh. I better go get dressed and go see if Mom needs, Dad needs my help." "All right. Can you check in Judah's room to see if he's awake?" asked Mrs. Adams. "Sure, I'll do that. Please give him a reminder that it is morning."
What is
Like-
that supposed to mean?
Like, you don't just wake people up. You give them reminders that it's morning,
There
apparently.
you go. Beep, 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 beep.
There you go.
Reminder. Morning.
How does Alexa do it about, "This is your reminder. It is morning."
Or something like that, depending on how you want it.
Okay. Reuben nodded as he went upstairs and looked down the hall. Oh, okay, he walked towards the door, apparently, and stopped to read the yellow tape Judah had put on his door. It read, "Caution, do not enter." Why didn't I just say he had caution tape on? I don't know. Anyway, Reuben shrugged and tried to open the door.
Obviously, that was new tape.
It
He
wouldn't
recently put it.
budge. He pushed harder. It opened a little crack, just enough to stick his head in. Judah's head must be really small. No, Reuben's head.
Judith.
Okay. Judah's room was a mess! There's even an exclamation point. Okay. Every article of clothing was thrown on the floor. His closet seemed to overflow right into the middle of the room. His windows were the only clean thing about the room. At least, they look clean. Right now, he had heavy, dark curtains closed. In the darkest corner was Judah's bed. It was too dark for Reuben to see if Judah was in it.
I thought it was morning.
Reuben knelt down and pushed the mess away from the door and then cautiously opened it. He walked over and shook Judah. "Time to get up, Judah. The girls beat you today." "Beat you at what? Getting up? Okay." Apparently that didn't help at all. Judah rolled over. Rue walked over to the curtains and opened them, letting the sunlight stream into the room. Judah, again, rolled over. "Mom said this morning, time for you to get up." Again, this attempt seemed fruitless. Who uses a word called, like, fruitless? Like,
Especially that early in the morning.
I know, but, like, I don't know. Apparently I was smarter back then than I am now. Now I do not use such amazing words, okay? I was literally, like, going like this, and it was actually me editing. And so it's, like, a line with the black pen, but I thought it was dirt. Anyway. That was totally not interesting. Okay. Reuben sighed. There was only one last strategy. "Mom's making fried ham." "Fried ham? Why didn't you say so? Where's my overalls? You know, the lightest blue pair with the stain the shape of the small bird?" Judah said, jumping out of bed and running to a pile of clothes. I haven't seen them. I should be getting dressed," Reuben said, edging towards the door. Judah was already throwing an outfit together. "All right, it's about time you get dressed. I don't know how you could spend all that time in your PJs." Reuben shook his head.
Wait, there's a question mark at the end of that?
No, there's an exclamation point.
Okay, well, it made it like in your PJs.
Oh, sorry. I was trying to be enthusiastic, but it wasn't coming across.
I don't like this question.
Okay. Reuben shook his head. The brothers were two total opposites. Judah was careless and sloppy. Rue was extremely organized. Judah was buoyant. Who uses buoyant? Apparently I did. Okay, I was smarter back then. Oh, I was about to sing like, I was younger then. Take me back to when. So I was like, I was smarter then. Take me back to when.
Okay.
I was 6 years old.
No. Want to get the music signal?
It's been a while since I was 6 years old. Okay. Not that long though compared to some people. Judah was buoyant and fearless. Rue was cautious and determined. They seemed to be an odd pair, but they did get along pretty well. They also worked well together. Why did I find it necessary to tell the world that? Okay. Reuben walked downstairs for the second time that morning. He was greeted by a grinning Judah. Looking snazzy like usual, was his comment. Not looking too bad yourself, Rue said, jabbing Judah in the ribs as he walked by. Ow! Not fair, said Judah. Thank you guys so much for watching this. I hope you survived this very chaotic video. And a shout out to my little sister who sat in the back and laughed at demand. All the laughs were scripted. See? Anyway, if you like this video, subscribe and like, and please leave a comment because I love your comments. And I will see y'all on Wednesday with another Word Crafting Wednesday. So yeah, bye.